Hey friends, it's Derek here. I was just talking with fence people. Rachel and I are watching some games, and Rachel's kind of in and out doing little chores or whatever. And I thought, you know what? If we're going to watch the Rangers game here, I might as well just turn off the sound and live stream at the same time. Earlier, I was actually watching a little bit of another vertical stream. Hello, Big Dog Mofo. Hey, hey, what can I say? So, this other lady that I was watching was named uh, Kimba Lee, I think. You know, like Kimberly, but two words. She's somebody that somebody pointed out to me before and said, like, there's this drunk lady on the live stream that I was watching before you started. I don't know. I just watched one other really. Natasha Godfrey Ashford. I was watching it earlier and I watched it once before, and she's like this. She was in this one I was watching before. She was just drinking like margaritas at a Mexican restaurant and eating dinner and stuff. It was odd for me to experience live streaming from the other angle of it, vertical streaming. Vertical streaming is a little different than it's more than just different than the orientation of it. Like the vibe's different in the chat or something. So I found it interesting to be in the chat, and I was starting to chat a little bit in there because I saw Casey Jones, who was around here sometimes, and he was at that chat, and so I was talking to him a bit, and then some other people in the chat were being like super shitty, like basically body shaming her or whatever, and she's like, "That's it, you guys are being shitty," even though only obviously some people were. From now on, you can only talk to me if you're on Super Chat. And I don't know, she's changed some setting or something. I didn't even know such a thing existed. Like Super Chat only? What? Or maybe she just meant I'm not going to respond to anything that's not a Super Chat. I don't know. But then, she was promoting this video she had uploaded that was like a skit or whatever, dressed in costumes and so forth. And I was just like, kind of shocked by how terrible it was when I watched a little bit of it. Said she was streaming to promote her upload of that video, but I could not. It's like this woman confuses me. Like, what in the world? What are you doing exactly? Um, I, how does this woman have 50,000? How does this woman have 50,000 subs? Well, she didn't have any more people present in her stream than I do. Like she had 25 people there or something. Despite having 50,000 subs, I suspect that I probably would do a better job of converting subs into watchers. Like in other words, that um, especially people who sub nowadays, who sub specifically to this, are likely to come back and experience this again because it's so consistently the same thing. I guess. Um, but anyway, I found her interesting. Like, what's this woman's deal? What's her story? She lives in Vegas someplace. She seems to have money, like be empowered to do stuff like make this skit video with these other people as like actors and stuff. The previous time I seen her on a live stream, she was chilling at her house, looked like a nice, I don't know, house, clean house and stuff. But what's this woman's story? I'm curious. Is she married to some rich guy who empowers her, or what? Mike Larry, I'm talking about a specific other YouTuber named Kimberly. Obviously, short for Kimberly, but spelled as two words, Kimberly. And my curiosity regarding what she's all about, what her story is, because she seems an odd mix of things. Like her profile picture is this really like proper looking blonde lady who's who would probably expect to be appealing as sort of a either a pretty lady or kind of a corporate like looking put together lady. But in the actual channel, she's not like that very much. Mike A, to repeat what I told Mike Larry, what I'm discussing is another YouTuber named Kimberly. No, I'm not racist, DJ, but thanks for asking. No, it's not going to cost money to talk to me, big dog mofo. I'm going to keep doing what I do, being who I am, etc. So it was also interesting to see her deal with people in the chat who were coming in to like troll her or be haters or whatever. She, I would say, dealt with it a little. She was a little bit more fighty about it than I am usually. Am I gay? No, I'm a straight man who's married to my wife Rachel, and she's my third marriage actually. So you might say I was bad at being married, but you might say I just was bad at picking the right spouse. I think that's more accurate. I am sexy, true. Do I like to smell my own farts? Not really. No. I'd rather just smell nothing, just the absence of smell. Are all hermaphrodites gay? No. No such thing as for sale. 24 SGG 634. Well, I mean, certainly they're, you know, orders of magnitude better than other people's farts, but still not as good as, say, the scent of a blooming rose. What does my hat smell like? Like leather, kind of? I don't know if it is leather, but it's what it smells like. I'm farting now. Probably smells like sweating old man. I mean, this isn't the sort of hat I wear to do sweaty stuff in, you know? Like, if I'm going to be working out in the yard, I probably wouldn't be putting on this hat. This one's a bit of a fancy hat. Taco Liz. No, I do have a little bit of gas. No, 24 SGG 634. You gave up very quickly. When somebody goes there, they're giving up right away on their attempts to provoke in some sort of legitimate fashion. So, I mean, it's a sign of extreme weakness. I'm not wearing panties, Jeffrey. I am wearing today, I believe, boxers. Yes, I'm wearing my boxers today. Yeah, exactly. I don't immediately hide people who come in with shitty stuff because I've experienced enough on enough occasions that sometimes they are converted. You know, they come around and recognize that there's a better option than just being shitty. I get that. All right, the Kennedys. I'll smoke some with you. chill out. I'm getting to it. Um, I get that a lot of people think maybe that they maybe make some assumptions about me just based on how I look or whatever, and figure I'm going to be reactive in a certain way. Try to trigger that. If they fail to do so, maybe they sit around for a bit longer, listen to it, and engage differently. But as soon as they go that stuff, then see you later because they're giving up, right? They're giving up any hope of engaging in a trolly way, and they're just saying, "I'm a hateful shit." This weed is called Killer Queen Wonderful Saudi S. Is that what this is called? I don't know. It doesn't have a name. Well, thanks, Andrew. I appreciate your positive assessment of things. I try to be kind. Um, I try to be correct. I don't know about smart, but smart's a lot harder to determine than correct. So, I am curious about what other people who are vertically live streaming generally do. Like, I'm just living my life, right? I'm watching TV. You getting, yeah? Yes, I did smoke with that too. I'm sorry to tell you that. I I didn't know that you were waiting. No, I've not tried to watch other. Just this one that I was watching a little bit earlier. Who's this lady who seems to drink a lot of alcohol, and I'm just kind of curious, like, what's her experience? Well, I mean, her experience in terms of the chat that I saw earlier was awful. A bunch of people. I mean, some of the people, many people saying normal things, and then a decent number of people saying very shitty things. She didn't. She didn't respond to it exactly as I would have, but it's not like she put up with it exactly either. I'm kind of curious what other streamers' experiences are when they vertically stream, but of course, what uh, is probably more telling is what the other chats are like because ultimately that's going to be more reflective of how it's going to be more informative about. I mean, certain streamers are going to be responding to chats, and certain streamers are not, right? Hi, Saul Hera Jimenez. Still default to J. 99% of them you can't watch. They're weird and they get a lot of hate and gay comments just about every chat that I watch. Yeah, well, we get a fair amount of people coming in with that kind of stuff around here as well. But this actually has a reasonably large community of regular people who have, some of whom have been around for many years. Prior to 2024, this channel was stuck kind of between 8,000 and 9,000 subs for a number of years. I started vertically live streaming. All of a sudden, I'm at 17,000. But the thing about a chat is it's a real art form to sustain and moderate a chat, to engage with a select number of other individual human beings who you make moderators, and sort of have naturally occurring understanding over time of what everyone's expectations are. Like Winston's mom is a great moderator and also uh, asserts and establishes and upholds the notion that moderators really shouldn't ban anybody. I'll do that if somebody needs to be banned. You can always time them out, but also that it's a thankless job. Occasionally, people, I mean, when somebody does time somebody out, and I appreciate it, I'll say thanks for time. Thank you, Meow, for doing that. Appreciate it. But more likely, a moderator is only going to hear feedback from me when they time somebody out that I think they shouldn't have timed out. So it's a really thankless job, and I really appreciate my moderators. But additionally, um, I try to be on top of. I try to default to assuming I have to moderate everything myself because I prefer my moderators err on the side of inaction when in doubt, and generally they do. So, you know, it's a this is such a nice hat. Weston's mom got me this hat. It feels so. It's got this. It's like that furry kind of wallpaper. It feels like that kind of. I like it, and it's such a. My first look at this hat, I was like, I'm not sure that hat knows what it's doing exactly. It seems to be a little schizophrenic. But the longer I've had it, the more I like it. It is a little, it is a little schizophrenic, maybe, but I don't know. I like it a lot. You'd think that this would go down here too, or this would go up here too, but it doesn't, and that's fine. It's got kind of a wide brim. It's got a bit of a like Indiana Jones thing going on, but it's like a cross between a fedora, an Indiana Jones hat. I don't know. It's a lot of. It's all things to all people. This hat. However, here's one place you should never wear this hat. You should never wear this hat to a job site. For a job site, you should wear this hat. This won't protect you in case a girder falls on top of your head. How many girders do you think fall on top of people's heads per day? 100 million? 100 million girders. Oh, wow. Well, I appreciate Dallas's contribution to your discussion. And I think you guys made a great choice, actually. I think it's great, great choice, great hat. And, uh, in some sense, it's kind of like songs. If I'm not sure how I feel about a song after listening to it for a little while, there's a good chance that it's a good song. Same about this hat. I wasn't sure what I thought about this hat when I first saw it. Normally, I can say right away whether I like it or not. But I was like, I'm not sure what I think about this hat. That's a good sign because that means it's requiring your intuition to let it sit a little while before you determine the status of it. I was just saying how at first I wasn't sure how much I like this hat or not, but as like longer I've had it, the more I like it.
It suits you.
Yeah, it's a good hat. So let me pull up the chat here. We've got the Rangers game on in the background. It is the third period already. We'll find, and the Panthers are still up 1-0. What's the cat song? You mean, are you talking about Wonderful, Wonderful Kitty? That song? Well, thanks, Andrew. Sometimes I get more people here than others. The attendees number ranges from usually, well, sometimes I'll have some stretches of time where it's under 10 for a while, but usually it stretches from 10 to 40, 10 to 50. So Wonderful, Wonderful Kitty. I could play Wonderful Kitty for you if you'd like. It's a good song.
It is a good song.
And it's about a specific cat, Capia, who's not in here right now. She's outside. Sure, we could all sing it together. All of the chat could sing it together. I could put up the words and stuff on screen, if that's what you mean. Yes, I could do that. But I think before we play Wonderful Kitty, I would like to watch. I mean, it'll be a while till we play it and we watch the rest of the Rangers game. There's about 8.5 minutes left in the third period here in the Rangers game. And I kind of think I'd rather finish the Rangers game before I play that because I don't want to run the risk of missing a very important Rangers goal. It could tie it up while I'm playing Wonderful Kitty. Rachel, of course, is a Rangers fan because she's from New York. I'm a Rangers fan because Rachel's a Rangers fan, and obviously, you know, when your spouse is very excited about a team, then you're gonna feel like you want them to win.
Hey, big dog mofo.
All right, so it's time to pull some bar reps. If you were here in the earlier stream, you may have traveled with me in the little wilderness cart down the hill to the shed where I got a new bottle of propane.
Hey, Anthony is.
And accordingly, I have a full torch. I don't need to worry about using a lighter like I had to earlier today. Rachel, the Long Island Lolita. It's a movie with Alyssa Milano.
Wow, what? Really?
No, I'm just smoking flower, but I like to hit it with a torch anyway because it's less cloggy, pulls through more easily. Also, I can always find this lighter and I would put it in my pocket and walk away with it, you know.
Is that a real movie? That's like too weird. If that's a real movie. Oh, come on! Oh my god, they want it so bad.
I'm not gonna burn my throat. Don't worry, Catty Cat.
Come on.
Or Katy Cat. I guess that's Katy Cat. Oh, it was about that story involving Did it involve the Buttafuoco? Some.
Oh, I see. The Long Island Lolita, not Rachel, the Long Island Lolita. Okay.
The movie was called Rachel the Long Island.
No, I think Rachel. I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Comma. Rachel colon.
The Long Island Lolita.
Yeah. Okay. Rachel, do you remember the Long Island?
Yes. Yeah. Didn't she chop off her?
No, she shot Joey Buttafuoco's wife in the face.
Oh yeah.
Because Joey Buttafuoco. I'm Joey Buttafuoco. And I'm a cheater on my wife. And oh my God, this young girl I'm sleeping with shot my wife. How horrible. Let's blame her. That's what Joey Buttafuoco said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would blame Joey Buttafuoco for cheating on his wife with a. I don't know if she was underage or not, but. Oh, the movie has him as a lovable, goofy buffoon.
That's funny.
I could sing that, Natasha. I sang it earlier. I could sing it again. It's fine. I mean, not earlier this stream, but in the earlier stream. She was 16-ish. Okay, so who's to blame here? ultimately, well, obviously, the girl shot the woman, not anybody else. So she's responsible for her actions. But who set this shit in motion? An adult married man who's either seducing or allowing himself to be seduced by a 16-year-old, right? That's the guy that we condemn. Florida's just trying to kill time so that the Rangers can't do anything with their power play. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let me figure this. Come on, Rangers. There we go. Come on, Rangers. Pyow it. You got to pyow it with your pews. Oh, that's not how to pyow it with your pews. My in-laws are en route to my house. I'm on a dump truck load of shrooms. Wish me luck. Whip me lick? How about I wish you luck instead? How many shrooms did you take? A dump truck load? That's a lot of shrooms. Oh, fighting. Big time fighting. Watch out, everybody. They're hockey players. They're going to start punching each other. Be careful. Watch out for violence. She's a runner. She's a track star. Whip me lick. Whip me lick is a good way to say wish me luck. I'm sure it'll be fine, Anthony. Just remember, when in doubt, say little. Congratulations, you. The yellow man wants some mushrooms. Well, penis envy soul in you. Are you saying that you're yellow man? Everybody wants mushrooms, sure. Mushrooms are wonderful. Whip me lick. Excellent work, Rachel. Excellent work. Rachel just hit the gritty. And I whip your lick. I do. Whip me lick. Whip me lick.
Hey, Jeremiah Fix.
Hi, Jeremiah Fix. Hi, Comedy Flu. Don't forget to hydrate. All right, I won't forget to hydrate. I've got coffee right here. Does this count as hydrating? You're smoking an infused joint. Are you sure you're not smoking a confused joint? If you smoke a joint that's confused, it tries to smoke you. Everybody whips you lick. If you want to be whipped some lick, you gotta whip me lick. You gotta whip me lick. You're smoking on dead homies, huh? Did you take your dead homies and bury them in the ground and then plant plants on top of them and then grow weed like that? A confused joint is a cigarette. Fair enough. MJ, it's a joint.
Who's MJ? Oh, Mary Jane?
I don't know who MJ is. Brondo, it has what plants need. What?
Chat's going nuts right now.
Brondo, it has. Oh, Brondo, it has what plants need. Right. That's a quote from Idiocracy.
Oh.
Make sure you watch. Yes, I've watched it. Honestly, I recognize the quote. I just didn't understand the quote because he missed.
Damn it, that sucks.
Oh, it's over now.
Yeah.
The Rangers have lost. Now let's see how the Oakland A's are doing. Well, what point in the game is this? Fourth quarter, 6 minutes left. Dallas up by 4 at Minnesota. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. We might want to watch the end of this basketball game, but let's see how the A's are doing. All right, we picked the run back up. It's 2-1 Rockies now. Last night, the A's came back and won 5-4 against the Rockies. The Giants came back after trailing 5-0 today. It was actually 5-0 today, Rachel. They were trailing. And they came back to win that game.
Wow, they won it? That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love comebacks.
Yeah. So, yesterday, pretty exciting. I would expect the A's to be able to do that against the Rockies, who are possibly the worst team in baseball. And the A's are on the top half of the bottom half. That's not too bad, considering last year we were at the very bottom of the stack. Let me bring up the meow. Go Giants, I agree. Michael Jackson. What about Michael Jackson? Is he the father of your kid? Because according to Michael Jackson, the kid is not his son. My favorite Indiana Jones Freddy Krueger hat. His pronouns are he and he. No, Oakland A's. You've given up a leadoff double. How? No, not a leadoff double. It's a one-out double. Hey, I just wanted to let you all know, I'm not the one who had sex with that lady and fathered that baby. Yeah, nobody was worried about that, Michael Jackson. Nobody thought it was you. Oh, whip me lick. Does Michael Jackson say whip me lick? Whip me lick is whip me lick. Anyway, Michael Jackson, and back in the day, he both apparently believed himself to be a believable subject of paternity suits, right? And he also believed that he was bad. I remember he used to say, "That's the sound of Microsoft." That's the sound of Microsoft. Like that? Did Michael Jackson say that? Why? How was it that Michael Jackson said that? Oh, yes. What a special kitty.
Thank you, Capio. I love you too.
Are you asking Shannon Fontenot what I can't drive? If so, correct. I cannot drive 55. If you are asking how many pounds I weigh, I actually weigh 185 pounds or so. If you're asking what my gender is, I self identify as male. Okay. I accept the possibility that somebody might identify their gender as a number, but I don't. If you are asking me whether that's a good number to pick on your super lotto ticket, well, I'm going to leave that one up to you. Upside high whip me lick. MJ says that's the sound of Microsoft. So one thing I was playing with earlier that we could in fact play with again, if you guys want to play this game, it's called AI Songmaker.
Oh yeah.
We could write our own lyrics to an AI song, and then it'll make an AI song for us. What are these sites called? There are two of them. One of them I seem to maybe like better than the other one. But it's called Suno. All right, so custom mode. We're going to write our own lyrics here. Let's, in this instance, pick kind of a topic, all right? This is your average American holding. Would you like that to be a lyric in the song? That sounds fine. Hide deleted user freedom. This is your average American holding. Holding what? What are you holding? Are you holding your penis? Freedom. I agree with freedom. I'm 100% in favor of American liberty, justice, and the American way, you know. Michael Jackson says, it's wannabe starting something. That's the sound of Microsoft. Oh, okay. I see. So we're going to put the first song here. Oh, right. I was going to sing. I forgot. I was going to sing that song. Can we hold off on that for a minute? Let me finish doing this thing. This is fun. I like this idea. It's a new thing I want to play with.
Can I show you something? It helps. It makes me think of Acacia.
Let me see what it says.
You can like. Isn't that like Acacia?
Yeah. Okay, guys. The first lyric here is this is your average American holding. Let's try to have things be related to that, right? So, okay, fine. We'll include some parts of these things you said here. I'm going to put that's the sound of dancing on lemonade. That's the sound of dancing. Let's put that. That's the sound of dancing. That's the wall. That's the sound of ducks. No grapes, no stable. Hashtag fuck off. There we go. That's the sound of ducks. That's the sound of standing.
Can you add this somehow?
Mm-hmm. Sure, what?
It's this guy at work, at a work desk, and it's like relatable to me. The sign he has on his back says, "Please don't talk to me. I have no self-control and will talk to you for 2 hours and get no work done."
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the thing is, we're not supposed to use lyrics other than ones that we make up or that are generated by AI.
Okay.
If somebody else might own whoever wrote that owns that, so
Oh.
we have to agree not to do that
Oh, okay.
to generate lyrics here. So also, it's not consistent with the operation here, which is to say, I think those would be good lyrics. You know,
Yeah, I was
I
just
do
saying to
think
add
that,
it on because it would make sense, but then they
but
would somehow.
but watch when you push generate lyrics. Watch what happens. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. What happened? Wait a second. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, when you use the custom lyrics that you put in yourself and put create a song, not that what I put,
Mm,
but
mm.
then it
Oh, I
prompts you
see.
to say that you may either made those up or got them from AI.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're gonna have to start over. I lost all those lyrics. Well, well, Mac 468L, I'm glad to hear that nothing's changed. Okay, let's see. Okay, we will begin here with. We'll just start this over with the same thing we've had. Okay, this is your average American holding. This is the sound of dancing. That is the sound of ducks. This is the sound of standing. And then no grapes, no staple, hashtag fuck off. No grapes, no staples. I'm going to put staples. Hashtag fuck off. All right, now enter the style of music. What style of music
Wait,
do we?
can
What?
you add like uh I'm about to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
Yeah, we could probably do that. Um, because I'm about to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. Enter style of music. Hmm. How about let's do country. Um, country western. No, about western trail song.
Like
Okay.
that, yeah.
create. So now we're going to see what those lyrics bring for us here. It's called This Is Your Average American.
Ooh.
We've got two choices for a Western Trail song. Choice one.
This is your average American holding. This is the sound of dancing. That is the sound of ducks. This is the sound of standing. No grapes, no staples. Hashtag fuck off. 'Cause I'm about to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. This is your average.
This is option two.
This is the sound of dancing. That is the sound of ducks. This is the sound of standing. No breaks, no staples. Hashtag fuck off. 'Cause I'm about to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
They're both good.
They're both okay. They're both okay. I want to now try the same ones in a different style. Let's go with ragtime piano. What do you think? What do you
Yeah, definitely.
I think what we're going to do here is just go straight like this. Hold on, we're going to go up here. Now we're going to generate this song. Okay. Create the song. Ragtime piano. I'm going to change this to every. And we'll see how it sounds. It's a ragtime piano song called This Is Your Average American. But this one doesn't have that lyric in it. It's now called This Is Your Every American.
This is every American holding. This is the sound of dancing. And I'm about to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
This is a really, it's like, where are the lyrics?
Yeah.
Or you can go do this at your own, all you want. It's not difficult to do, obviously. It's just like do I support Therians or furries? Country grunge. You want to do country grunge?
Country grunge?
Yeah, that's what somebody suggests.
Cool.
Cuddle a guy with funky fall funk. Puddle of fries and ketchup and ketchupy junk. Muddle my eyes with with muddle my eyes with muddle my eyes like a monk. Now all these are gonna rhyme is the point. And shut up. Your lies are all bunk. There. Now, this time we'll do what kind of music style? Let's say, let's say 80s rap. Change this. 80s. Why are you not working? Yeah. Now start working. These random styles are fine. Atmospheric pop, fine. Why won't it work? What's going on here? I don't know. I don't know why it's not working all of a sudden. Well, it's not working, so maybe it will now. There we go. So, I need this thing called suno.com/create. Okay? You want to hear some country grunge? All right. I will do that next, okay? She's really rubbing it in. Eating her cereal dry. She's rubbing it into her peach. Well, Venom Fury, it seems like that you might be implying something other than just a fruit with that emoji. So I'm thinking. See what puddle of fries sounds like. I like the first one better. That's pretty good. That's kind of amazing, huh? This thing can do that. All right, country grunge, though, is what we're going to deal with here. Country grunge. So let's go back to home. Back to create. Custom mode. All right, song lyrics. Country grunge song lyrics. We'll go with she's really rubbing it in. She's eating her cereal dry. Spoon with the peaches and cream. Oh, how I like my pie. Alright, so she's really rubbing it in. Who's really rubbing what in? She's really rubbing it in. She's eating her cereal dry. And then spoon up my peaches and cream. My peaches and cream. My username is, I don't know, Eric Strauss. Or host Eric, I think. My name is Eric Strauss on it, but it has both of them. Spoon up my peaches and cream. Then you seem like a well spooning guy. She's really rubbing it in. She's eating her cereal dry. I'm gonna put you're really rubbing it in. I'm eating my cereal dry. Spoon up my peaches and cream. You seem like uh you seem like a wonderful guy. You're really rubbing it in. I'm eating my cereal dry. Spoon up my peaches and cream. You seem like a wonderful guy. Alright, now this is supposed to be country grunge. Country grunge. Your title? Spoon me. Spoon me. Hold on. Eat my dry cereal. That's a good title for it. Eat my dry cereal. Alright. You're really rubbing it in. I'm eating my cereal dry. Spoon up my peaches and cream. You seem like a wonderful guy. These are the lyrics for that song. Here we go. This is more country grunge, right?
Yeah. This is good.
That sounds like something. I could totally picture some band writing that song.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can even. It's not when we're kind of melodically aimless or like lacking a melodic center more than others, you know. I think the second of the Eat My Cereal Dries is pretty good. I think I'll get rid of the first one, the Eat My Cereal Dries. It even comes with a picture of cereal
Yeah.
as its as its image. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. What do other vertical streamers do? I don't know. Spoontang bubbling my peaches and cream. I said the spoontang bubbling my peaches and cream. No, we're not going to pick up some checks, okay? I have all the checks I need right here. That's what. Those are bubs. I'm just pointing, that's all. Don't worry, everybody. No, I would never become a stripper, man. What do I think of peaches?
I wanna like write a song. Hey, Natasha Godfrey Ashford, the lovely Natasha Godfrey Ashford, about how INFJs say "I'm sorry" to like the wall when they bump into it.
It's that comedy flu. It's not all one word, lowercase. You want to write a song about how you say you're sorry inanimate objects?
Yeah.
All right, I will take a mega fat rip before we get started on this.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
No, that's just my default YouTube account. It's actually my actual name, because the reason I'm logged in is that all the time or often is because I can't watch YouTube TV under my brand account. Talking about famous people, I have to be logged in as Eric Strauss because that's who bought you, who subscribes to that service, So then I end up having to constantly change accounts. That's fine, whatever. It's not a big deal. Hello, everybody. To be clear, America Firstborn, Rachel is not responding to the question, would you become a stripper, man? Nor is she responding to your earlier suggestion, want to go pick up some chicks,
No.
your lady can come. She's not responding to...
No, I'm responding to get retarded.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's get retarded in here. Sure, it was gross wiping my sleeve across my face. But if that's the grossest thing you see all day, you know what? You should thank God in your prayers tonight that you were exposed to nothing grosser than that. On an average day, I see at least 6 or 7 piles of vomit and endless turds everywhere I go. So you should feel pleased that your day isn't as filled with grossness as mine. Of course, I don't actually see any of those things, but that's fine. Old Buddy. I like your name, Old Buddy. Good for you, Gee. Good for you. So Rachel wanted me to make a song about INFJ propensity to apologize to inanimate objects. How often and long do you live stream for? As often and long as I do, which is mostly every day, mostly a lot of hours, but it depends on the day somewhat. All right, so here's a song for Rachel. Is it okay if I ask you something? It is. I'd like your feedback. Is it okay that I apologize to whenever I bump into that I apologize to the chair
Yes.
whenever I bump into it.
Yes, that's so good. That's pure poetry right there. You got the INFJ so right. Did Corey ever do that? Like apologize to like? Well, yeah, he does. Cause like at our wedding, he was apologizing for like getting up and using the microphone, even though everyone was doing.
Yeah. Okay, so this we're gonna put what style? Like, how about Dinosaur Jr. style?
What is that style?
It's kind of like proto grunge, I guess.
Okay.
Grunge before grunge happened. Dinosaur Jr. See, we'll just see what it sounds like. We'll call it. Is it okay that I apologize?
It's really using its powers for the first one.
Yeah. All right, let's check it out. This is not that like Dinosaur Jr. at all. So obviously, it sounds like Korean or Japanese anime
K-pop,
music or something,
yeah.
you know? That's not what we're looking for here. Okay. What we want is something like
Indie grunge?
sure. How about indie synth? How about that? Let's try that. Remove to trash, remove to trash, move to trash, move to trash. I like the first one better.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it could do better.
I do too.
I think it could do better. Now, let's make it
I think is it has to be on its own line.
what do you mean this one?
Yeah, because it kind of goes like
Right, I
leads
agree.
into.
I agree. I think it should be is it as well. Is it okay if I ask you something? Is it? I'd like to get your feedback.
Yeah.
I think let's do like this. You know? What do you think? Let's
Yeah.
try it. Okay, so let's try indie mood. What about that?
Moog.
Yeah. It's a specific kind of synthesizer.
Mm.
And there's kind of like a why is this not working? Have I reached like my limit or something of things? Probably have to subscribe, huh? You have to delete some to get some other ones. Alright. Let's see if now I can do more. No, I still can't. What's going on here? Am I not allowed to use it? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm out of things. If there's some sort of yeah here. Roughly cues. It's like, why doesn't it have any information about like you can pay this to unlock mana? It seems odd, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I don't know. It's a fun tool, but apparently it's not working anymore. So. Hmm. Why should you only allow 10 songs a day on the free plan? I mean, I wouldn't mind necessarily getting this for a couple months or, you know. Well, that's interesting. I might end up doing that. Who knows? I think it's kind of fun, but am I really gonna use that? What do you guys think about Biden? I mean, I don't think he's any good, obviously. He's weak and terrible. Tell her to bring out the cake. Quadrillion time. Can Chat GPT what write a quadrillion number? I don't know. Well, I misunderstood how it worked. I thought I would get more things if I deleted some. Sorry, my bad. I just don't really see the point. I guess you could use it for. I mean, it'd be good for like if you wanted to have songs and a video that were related to that video, you could just pop them out like they could be split like that, right? Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I I am impressed, surprised, perhaps actually not really too surprised, I guess, but I mean I'm not too surprised that they could figure out how to put together kind of random song things using chords and melody. But like when you incorporate the stylistic qualities, it makes it quite impressive. There's milk creamer everywhere. What a horrible job I've done. What a horrible, horrible job I've done of making coffee. Why? Because I have spilled creamer everywhere. Horrible, horrible Eric. Get away, little bug. Get away. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't expressly save them, but they pop up every time I open it, so It's like for that tool to really be useful, you've got to be having songs that have an express purpose in some other capacity, right? You know, you could, in theory, try to become like a successful musical artist just by using that thing, but I uh, I don't think it would work in general. Let's see, sure, let's check it out. See if I can do that. Okay. Okay, so does this mean it is public or it's not public? Oh, I see. I'm sorry, they were not public. Now they're public. Okay. Copy song link. And put it in your face. So I'm gonna do. Copy this link. I'm gonna put it in your face here. Problem was I didn't have anything public. Comedy Flip. That's why it didn't work. I didn't know it would default to private. I assumed it would default to public, obviously, like any sane, sensible thing. But no, the world's all crazy now, so defaults to private. Oh well, that's fine. All I had to do was click a button. So I think I'll watch this. I'll continue streaming until the end of this A's game, which won't be in a super long time because it is the 8th inning, and the Athletics. Oh, it's the top of the 8th. Okay, so good. The Athletics have 6 more outs to go, 1 more run. You know, if they want to tie this game, take it potentially into extra innings, because it's 2-1 Rockies currently. Jesus of Nazareth, 1977. A. Franco Zeffirelli film. I've never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of Jesus of Nazareth, but not as a film. Wouldn't it be funny if someone was like, hey, just want you to know Jesus loves you and wants you to be saved. And you're like, Jesus? Have you ever heard of this guy before? Who is this? Are you making this shit up? I have never heard of this guy. Lord and Savior? You mean like, is this like one of those like Buddha, Allah, whatever things? Jesus, huh? Is it like, seems like somebody's mispronouncing Jesus, maybe? I've never heard of this person. Yeah. If somebody honestly had never heard of Jesus, I don't know how, you'd have to be like in the jungle or something to have never heard of Jesus. Jezio. Am I retired? I am retired, yes. Sure. I mean, I'm sort of like, not explicitly retired, but I'm not doing regular job work right now. You could say I'm on an extended sabbatical. Horrible cloggity clog clog. Just stop with the clogging every time. You make me want to flog you when you clog. Like I do what that app does all the time, but I can't put in all that stuff like that app can. I'm not nearly as good at like imitating styles as that app is. But I do make up little songs all the time. Oh, strikeout. No, I'm not smoking meth, Kitten Kip. I'm smoking bong rips, of course. Just regular old bong rips. It doesn't even have concentrate on it. I just use the torch because it pulls through better, it doesn't get as clogged. Yes, I used to have yellow hair when I was a little kid. Well, okay, blonde. Mine was quite blonde, very even white, not so yellow. I've never had yellow hair. Yeah, I do remember the commercial with the brain on drugs. Kitten Kip says, boring AF. Thanks, Kitten Kip. Sup, Free Next? I've never seen anybody use a torch to light for weed. WTF are you doing? Well, my explanation is as follows. First of all, when you use a propane torch like this, it's less likely to clog. Second of all, unlike a lighter, I never put this torch in my pocket and walk away with it. So it's the only lighter that's always here, right? And as you can see, as indicated, I'm just smoking flower. I do have some concentrate here, but I'm actually not putting it on top of the bowls at the moment. I was born like an old man. It's just easier to pull through if you have a bigger fire. And the thing is also, it seems like whenever a bong rip doesn't hit your lungs very well and makes you cough or whatever, it's because it didn't pull through cleanly. I tend to prioritize making it pull through cleanly over other potential standards that I might evaluate it against. But as indicated before, the other thing is this is here. It's a lighter that lasts a super long time and it's here. It's also adjustable. If I wanted to turn down the flame, I could. That's not a bad idea, show media, actually. That would probably be a short that did very well. The apps I was working with today don't let you do that. I started playing with them in anticipation that they would let me do something like that I'd be able to upload like the chords and the lyrics to something, and it would make a recording of it. I think that they're just jealous. Do what makes you feel good, says Alice Brown. Oh, I don't worry about people coming in and saying whatever. People can say whatever they want. Doesn't particularly bother me. I think your idea is pretty good, Show Me. You would probably do quite well. Cat stuff probably does. That would be an odd one. But on the other hand, It'll probably be fun. Yeah. Oh no! Come on, A's, don't give up any more runs. Hopefully they won't. Right now the A's are only down by a run, and we have 3 outs left in which to acquire that run. You're mumbling, says Kitten Kip. Well, Kitten Kip, it is somewhat difficult to articulate clearly when you're missing a fair number of teeth. But more significantly, if you're saying the volume's not loud enough, okay, well, I have heard that before. If you're saying that you can't understand me, that's a problem with your ability to understand things, not a problem with my elocution. So that's just how it is. Well, the A's get out of the ninth, the top of the ninth. I'm pleased to say, giving up no further runs to the Rockies. Still down by a run, 2-1 Rockies. And in the bottom of the ninth inning, we should see a desperate attempt to somehow get a run and push this into extra innings. Last night, the Athletics came back and beat the Rockies in the ninth inning, the bottom of the ninth. Can they do it 2 days in a row? Let's find out. I'm stoned to my bones right now, says Dab Daddy 99. Well, good for you, Dab Daddy 99. Now, I had earlier promised that I would play 2 songs. I promised. People who I promised that to are probably gone. But I do imagine myself playing those songs perhaps when the A's game is over. I kind of have an urge after I'm done streaming here, which won't be super late. Kind of an urge to watch some other vertical live streamers and see what people are doing. Watching that one before, that lady was interesting. I think probably it's fairly unusual to, maybe not though, I don't really know, to have somebody who streams quite as often as I do and as long as I do. Yes, Boba Fett, yes. We will be wrapping this up sooner rather than later, but not right now. Currently, it is the bottom of the ninth inning, and JJ Bleday is up at the plate, up to bat. He's hitting .249 on the year. It's 1-1 now. He's taking a ball after taking a strike on the first pitch. The Rockies closer, Mr. Beeks, is on the mound. Oh, and now it's 1-2. Bleday swings at a ball well out of the strike zone. He is not pleased with himself for swinging at that pitch, I don't think. Should have known better. I should have known better than to swung at that pitch, thought J.J. Bleday. Good. That time he laid off a pitch that was a lot closer to a strike, but still clearly a ball. That's good. Let's see what else JJ does here. This stuff. Oh, he take strike three. JJ Blade, you shmay shmay blah blah. I'm not pleased with your performance on that at bat. That was a horrible at bat. It's like, oh, that was that was your pitch right there. You just stood there and looked at it. All right, come on, Rooker. It's up to you. You have a chance tonight to be the hero of the people. All you need is a home run, and you are a home run hitting batter, but you took strike one, and that's a shame. And now you swung at ball one, and now it's strike two. Horrible you. This pitcher is making you guys look silly. You need to do a better job of evaluating which ones to swing at. Rooker fouls it off. It's 1-2. Oh, it's 0-2. Come on, Rooker. This is your time to shine. This is your moment in the sunshine.
It is.
Okay, that's good. Good.
Yeah,
Good job. We'll take that single. We will take that bloop single into shallow right field. Yes. Into shallow right field. I guess the reason that always confused me is because I thought, is it left field from the perspective of those standing in the outfield, or is it left field from the perspective of the hitter? And it's from the perspective of the hitter. Even though it's the defense. So you think the defense would refer to it from the defense's perspective. Shea Langolier's up to bat.
Come on, Shea Langoliers.
He stared at strike one, which was the best pitch he's going to see this at bat. It was right down the pipe. Oh, he got another strike, though. He swung at it, but unfortunately he got under it. And that's going to be out number 2. Rooker has to stay at first. I'm sorry, Rooker's been replaced by a pinch runner. Ruiz is the pinch runner. So it's all going to come down to whether or not number 5 for the Athletics, Davis, whether or not he can extend the inning. He looks at ball one. Good eye, Davis. Good eye. This pitcher, Beeks, has a lot of curve to his pitches. A lot of movement. Not really a lot of movement, a lot of curve. They're not like moving around willy-nilly. They're not like a knuckleballer or like a fastball or something that moves. It's like he's got a big curveball. There was the fastball, and that's ball 3. So Davis, at this point, I'm pretty sure they're going to red light him and hope to extend the inning, get him in scoring position. We shall find out. Ooh, ball. It hit him? Oh no, ball 4. Ball 4. And now we got man on first, man on second, 2 outs with Geloff up at the plate. Zach Geloff. 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 If you like your Geloff, then you have a well-off a person. All right, so now, here we go. Pinch runner, Brown, and for Davis, we got 2 pinch runners on the base pad now. Swing and a miss at a good pitch to swing at. It was a strike. Zach here hitting 186, and he needs to find a way to extend this inning, or the Athletics will lose this game. Geloff laces it into center field. The throw home, not in time. Ruiz is going to score easily.
Yes.
2-2. The A's do it back-to-back
Yes.
nights. They extend the game in the bottom of the ninth inning. Now there's first and third still with two outs. If they can get one more here, it'll be ball game. If not, we'll take it into extras. How exciting!
That is exciting.
Excellent
Yeah,
work,
let's go
Athletics.
Athletics, and let's go Athletics, and let's go Athletics. You're gonna break that losing streak, break that losing.
We're on a one-game winning streak.
Oh, 1 game win streak, 1 game win streak.
And hopefully, after tonight, we can be on a 2-game winning streak. Thanks to the late inning heroics of the Athletics for a second night in a row. Wow, how exciting. Shea Langoliers is playing, but he was not responsible for any offense in this particular instance. All right. Tyler Nevin at the plate. He's going to swing his bat. First pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out, bottom of the ninth. Man on first, man on third. And Beeks throws it right by Nevin for strike 1. Nevin was late swinging, seemed like. Now Nevin swings again. This time it's going to be a fly ball out to deepish but not warning track in right field. That's okay, guys. True, you left 2 runners on bases in that ninth inning, but 1 in scoring position. But that's okay because you got the critical tying run that will allow the game to continue. Whereas if you had not gotten that run, then you would have already lost this game. There'd be no point in watching it any further. So I'd like to commend you, Athletics, for your fine work here in the ninth inning. Now let's move on to the 10th inning and see what happens. If we are to go to the 10th inning, as we are, we recall the rules for extra innings that are in place now. Each team begins the 10th inning with a runner on second. So it's very much more likely that you're going to see a run scored in the 10th inning than it used to be. Because, of course, it sets them up such that with 2 productive outs, they can successfully get a run across. Both teams can. It's almost like it's designed to encourage both teams to attempt to do that. But, of course, I don't know. It's a tough call as to how to play it. If you're, let's say you get to the bottom of the 10th and you have a 1-run lead, man on second, I mean, you have a tie game, a man on second, and if you get a run, you'll win the game. In other words, you've already shut down the Rockies here in the top of the 10th. Let's pretend that's already occurred. Does that change your strategy in the bottom of the 10th with a runner on second? Do you, instead of sending your batters up there to see what they can do and hit freely, do you instead in the bottom of the 10th say, look, let's bunt with nobody out, get the guy to third, and then with one out, let's just try to get a deep fly ball, some kind of a infield meow that can only be the out can only be gotten at first base, or a bloop over the head of drawing an infield or something like that. Do you change your strategy if you know that you can win the game with one run versus how you would play it if you were the away team and you're not sure how much offense you're going to need? So in other words, does the away team play more aggressively because they're not sure how many runs they're going to need? I don't know. I'm no expert on what baseball teams do under conditions met. So it is currently 9 p.m. at the Oakland Coliseum, where the Colorado Rockies have a man now on third after their first out, which was in fact productive. And the batter at the plate is facing now a 1-1 count as Urseg is in to pitch the 10th. Now, it should be noted, Urseg is not the Athletics closer. The closer is Miller, and he's one of the best closers in the majors. But, the A's are putting it together little bit by little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a good second half of the season. I am talking about baseball. I'm talking about the specific baseball game that I'm watching, the Athletics versus the Rockies. Urseg gets strike two on Colorado Rockies batter Bryant. And again, it's one out. The Rockies have, in the 10th inning, the Rockies have moved their free runner that you start the 10th with across to third on their first out. And now with the man on third and one out and a full count, Urseg comes in with the payoff pitch here to Bryant. No more balls or strikes are allowed, and accordingly, Mr. Bryant will have to return in shame to the Rockies bench as he has swung and missed in his offering at that pitch by Urseg. Urseg, triumph babies, rah, yeah, and he should, because that was a huge strikeout. Now with two outs, the Rockies are going to have to get a hit in order to get home a runner from third. There's no more sacrifice fly option available. No more sacrifice, no more fielder's choice. Those things are off the table for the Rockies. It's hit to the pitcher, handled easily by the pitcher, who throws out the runner at first, and the A's will go to the bottom half of the 10th with the ball game still tied. That's a big win in extra innings with that gift runner the team starts the inning with. That's excellent. Excellent fielding his position by the pitcher there as well, Urseg. He did a great job of barehanding that little infield dinker that was the final offensive action by the Rockies in their half of the 10th inning. All right, so now we're on to commercials. We've gone to commercials and we're looking and we're seeing what's happening in these commercials. It's a commercial for Burberry. Burberry Hero is some kind of a fragrance. I think it's probably a cologne, not a perfume, but I don't really know. I guess fragrance just means either cologne or perfume, one of the two. Now we're looking at a commercial for the new Bad Boys movies. I can't believe they made a new one of these, but they certainly did. It's got both Will Smith and Martin Lawrence in it. Unfortunately, I don't believe that Gina, Martin's girlfriend, is in the movie. All right. So they're showing here athletics broadcast the highlight of Urseg's final out that he got there. He threw the pitch and the comebacker came right back to the mat. He barehanded it, threw it first in plenty of time. And everybody was happy because he almost slipped and fell on the ground, but he didn't. Good for him. Hooray for me, says Urseg. And hooray for you, says Shea Langoliers in return. Shea Langoliers gave him a good job pat on the chest, like, good job, bro. So, oh. And in fact, the answer to the question, does this make you play more conservatively, is yes, as the first athletics hitter here in his first pitch here, this at bat, he attempted a bunt, which he missed, and now it's 0-1. Show Media says the following: a bunch of stuff. At first, I didn't like the Ghost Rider, but now I'm a fan. I don't dislike it. Natasha says, I love listening to sports talk. Well, that's what we're talking about now. All right. The count is 0-2 to the batter here with nobody out in the bottom half of the 10th inning. And he swings and fouls it off. Still 0-2. The pitcher, they replaced Beeks, who I think was their closer. I mean, why they should have had their closer in when they had a 1-run lead in the bottom of the ninth. They replaced him with this Vodnik guy. Nice eye here for Harris as he lays off ball one, bringing the count to 1-2. We've got Nevin as the base runner at second, and he's taking a conservative, safe lead, not overextending. Ball two, as once again, Harris lays off. Vodnik looks a little annoyed at that lack of a call. It could have been called a strike. Part of the ball was in the strike zone. It was on the bottom line. But Harris picked up the favorable umpire's call on that one, and it's now 2-2. Harris, waggling the bat back and forth, takes ball three, which is in the dirt. It's in the dirt like dead people. It's in the dirt indeed. Hi, Shang, officially. Let's go, Athletics. I agree. Dead Boy Klaus.
Oh. I agree as well.
Okay, so it's 3-2 now. Full count. Harris has got off to a rough start in this at bat, starting off 0-2, but that was foul tipped. Okay, I'm surprised that was foul tipped because it went off the catcher's knee, so he wasn't able to catch it. Otherwise, it would have been strike three. However, Harris still at the plate, 3-2. He's milked quite a few pitches out of Vodnik. Oh, the same pitch that was on the bottom line that the umpire had called a ball before that I said could have been called a strike. That same exact pitch was called a strike this time. He took it. He thought he was going to walk to first base. No, he did not. At 100 miles, paints the bottom line. He gets called a strike. That is a pretty low strike, but I'll give it to him since the first one, that one was a little worse even than the first one, maybe. That's a strike. Well, Scheumann. Schumann or Scheumann, I'm not sure how you say that. He's up to bat. Max Scheumann. I like to say it that way. It's probably not that name. It's probably Schumann, but I don't listen to. I mean, I've listened to enough A's broadcasts that I should know, but often I'll watch them like this with the sound off. I'm streaming anyway. Okay, bottom of the 10th, 1 out, 2-1 now to Schumann, and we've got a man on second still, but the Rockies got a very meaningful first out without advancing the runner, which makes a big difference here in these extra inning frames. Because if you don't get that first out, then you're basically telling your opponent, if you don't get that first out without advancing the runner, then you're telling your opponent just try to get a sacrifice to get him home. Boomers ruined the world. Did they? I like the human error from umpires, but when it hurts my team, I'm irate. Well, I mean that one was fair, you know. The one that he called a strike probably was, a millimeter low, but the one before that he called the ball was probably it was like half the ball was in the strike zone at the bottom line. So it was fair either way. Last night, the A's came back from a deficit in the bottom of the ninth and won it in the bottom of the ninth. Now, with that second out, the A's have advanced the runner to third. Toro ran out at the plate, and here comes the first pitch to Toro, which is taken outside. Oh, it was called a strike. I thought it was taken outside for a ball, but it was called a strike. 0-1. So this umpire is being a little bit all over the place here. Yeah, I'm glad they snapped that losing streak too. That was a tough losing streak, but you know what? I don't think it meant as much as it might appear to mean when you consider that we lost. The only ones that really hurt bad to me were the two Royals losses at the end, because we should be competitive with them. Why are you swinging at that pitch? 0-2 now. Well, I get it because you don't trust the umpire. If he called that first one a strike and it was clearly outside, then I get why you swung at that inside pitch. Now it's 0-2. Still man at third, 2 out, bottom of the 10th, tie game, 2-2 Rockies, A's. And Toro gets a piece of that ball that was high and fouls it back. There's still 0 balls and 2 strikes is the count. Big game here at the Oakland Coliseum because, the Athletics, we get that they're not at the top of the MLB power ratings or anything. They're not going to be a top-notch team. But the Athletics have the benefit of playing in one of the less high-achieving divisions in baseball. So I think they could, in theory, win the division. I think the Athletics can win the AL West. But even if they don't, I think they could finish second, maybe get a wild card. Who knows? They're going to definitely do better than the Angels. All right. Now, 2-2 is the count. And Toro smacks the ball pretty good, but not good enough. It gets to the warning track and is caught there for an out. If Toro had gotten that with 1 out and a man at third, that would have been wonderful. But instead, with 2 out, it's just the end of the inning. And we're going to the 11th. So one nice thing about this is for those who are enjoying the stream, it carries on for a little longer. Okay, it's a little optimistic, okay? Well, they weren't cursed against the A's. So, am I the best? Am I the best? Thanks for the poll. I bought the parts for the rocket powered skateboard. You're welcome, John McCauley. Eric, what's your favorite sport? I mean, I'd say college football, but I definitely like baseball better than NBA basketball, for example. And I probably watch more baseball than I do hockey, but I love playoff hockey. It was sad watching the Rangers lose, but yeah, I know the Rangers, right? That's who I think the class of the division is the Rangers. It just as a division, it got off to a rough start too. The Mariners are like the hot dark horse pick. After, if you go back to say the beginning of the year, if you assume the Astros' bad start is just a fluke and that their performance against the A's is more indicative of how they're going to play, then what you've got there is everybody saying the Mariners are the dark horse team that can maybe compete with Houston and Texas. Well, I say it's the Athletics that's the dark horse team. That we're going to be taking the role of the Mariners, and the Mariners are going to be taking the role of winning things. What was a sad watch? You talking about the Rangers game? Well, yeah, they did go down 2-0 at the end. But that just to me represented, okay, time to turn it off. Because there's no way at that point the Rangers were going to come back from 2-0 down, right? We watched it all the way until the second Carolina goal. Then I just turned it right off. Like, nobody wants to see stinky Carolina win.
No, Florida.
Florida. Sorry, I keep doing that. I keep mistaking the hockey Panthers and calling them the Carolina Panthers because that's the football team of Carolina. But they're the Florida Panthers, the hockey team. So stinky Florida. Florida's even stinkier than Carolina. Florida's the stinkiest place of all, I think. Can we agree on that? I think Florida's the stinkiest state.
Yeah.
Heads up, our class. I keep making that same mistake too. I need to get it into my head that they're not the Carolina Hurricanes that the New York Rangers are playing, nor are the New York Rangers playing the Carolina Panthers, which are a football team. Instead, they are playing the Florida Panthers, which is a hockey team. So that's good because ideally both teams play hockey. All right, so it's the 11th inning, top of the 11th. The count now full. A runner on second, as in the 10th. On deck, Mr. Goodman, who's 2 for 4 in the game, has posed something of a challenge to Athletics pitchers heretofore. However, Mr. Adams, with his 6th pitch, strikes out Mr. Beck, who looks really upset with himself. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I swung at that. Oh, so outside. What did I do? Oh my God. I'm such a stinky bot. That's what Mr. Beck was saying to himself. He just like reached out and lunged at this curveball that was moving away from him. Looked kind of foolish in the process, frankly. I don't blame Mr. Beck for being frustrated. But you know what, Mr. Beck? Better luck next time. Your teammate, Mr. Goodman, is now at the plate. Hopefully, he strikes out. That's strike one after the first pitch was a ball. So the count's 1-1. And Adams now is about to get ready to throw his 10th pitch of the inning. Man still on second. It's always good when the Rockies, the opponent, the bad guys, don't advance the runner with that first out, as we discussed last inning. You see a scattering of athletics fans in this very sparsely attended game at the Oakland Coliseum. And most of them seem to be wearing the green and gold. Sometimes, depending on who the Athletics are playing, you might see the stands filled primarily with jerseys of the visiting team. Now let's see what's going on here. Imagine Florida naming the team Florida Cougars instead of Panthers. Okay. How about if the Florida named their team the Florida Carolinas? Then that would be really confusing. Now, the pitcher has struck out now with both the first two batters he's faced here in this inning. Adams has. And good for him. Good job, Adams. You've done a swell job of making both of these Rockies hitters look rather foolish. Jeff Boy Klaus makes the same mistake with the Houston Texans and the Texas Rangers. You call both teams the Texans. I think it would be great if Florida would name its team the Florida Carolinas, and Carolina would name its team the Carolina Dolphins. The Carolina Dolphins of Florida. That'd be good. It is the 11th inning. It is the top of the 11th inning. The man who began the inning on second base stands still there. And Adams has struck out the side. 2-2. Athletics going to the bottom of the 10th. Nice job, Mr. Beardy. Adams has a nice looking beard on him. He's a heartily harried face. His is a heartily harried face. And we go to commercial. Okay, everybody. It's commercial time. You can take a little break. Whoo! Smoke them if you got them. All right, Barbara. Thanks. That's my producer, Barbara. She sounds exactly like me. Do I sound like you? No, you sound a little bit different. All right. Still on commercial. Hello, can you please go make a sandwich? I'm asking nicely. Yes, you are asking nicely. Penelope Braithwaite. And if I wanted a sandwich, I would go make one. However, I don't want a sandwich. I also don't want to make a sandwich. And I'm not going to make a sandwich. Now, it's the bottom of the 11th. It was commercial time. Yes, Arthur Morgan, but now it no longer is commercial time. Here in the bottom of the 11th inning, Mr. Toro, whose name means get out of here, bull, is on second base. And Nick Mears, rhymes with smears, no relation, is on the mound for the Colorado Rockies. Blade at the plate, 1 of 4 for the day, not having a great season hitting, at least if you're talking about hitting for average. He's hitting under 250. That's pretty good for the A's, actually. A lot of our players aren't even making it up to 200. Or was Blade 186? I have to put up his numbers again. I'm just remembering from the last at bat. I think it was 249, but it could have been 186. Blade takes a pitch in the dirt. He tells Mr. Toro at second base, "Whoa, stay there. The ball's not gotten far enough away from the catcher for you to run to third base." And Mr. Toro listens. He does what the guy says. I wonder what the Utah NHL team will be renamed. The Brides. The Utah Brides. It is now 1 out. There is 1 out in the game. In the inning. 1 out in the inning. In the bottom of the 11th inning. But Day has struck out and failed to advance Toro from second base. Now, Soderstrom, who started out hot, has cooled off. Has started out after he was called up or gotten by a trade or something. I don't know where he came from, actually. Started off really strong, has cooled off. Jet swung at a pitch that the pitcher practically threw in the dirt 10 feet in front of the plate. So currently, Tyler needs to, get something straightened out if he's swinging at pitches like that. Now, that pitch he should have swung at and did, but he just fouled it off for 0-2 as the count now, as the A's offense continues to struggle here in this game. Jax is back. Hello, Jax. How do you do? And Jam Marmalade is Jelly in June. Soderstrom takes strike 3. He's looking absolutely like a mess at the plate. His head is all over the place. He's trying to decide whether he's going to swing or not before the ball even leaves the pitcher's hand. The Utah Patriots would sound cool. What about the Utah Schmootah? Yes, I get it, Penelope. It is peanut butter and jelly time. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Shea Langoliers, meanwhile, takes strike 1, which, again, Shea, as last time, is probably the best pitch you're going to see this at bat. It was right down the pipe. The pitchers must be getting the memo on Shea Langoliers. He doesn't like to swing at first pitch strikes. Then, of course, he swings wildly at the next pitch, which is in the dirt. Now it's 0-2. Shea Langoliers, I am the co-president of your fan club. Listen to me. Don't swing at pitches that don't even reach the catcher. They're on the ground practically. He's just practically bowling it to you, and you swing at it. Shea lays off the next pitch, which is high and outside for a ball. 1-2 is the count. Mueller. It's Mueller time. Mueller is our hard-throwing closer, but Shea Langoliers has struck out to end the 11th inning. Shea Langoliers. Who's the guy who brings me tears? Shea Langoliers. I have to go pee. So we're going to have to miss the commercial, the analysis of the commercials and so forth on this commercial break. I don't know either. None of us know what to do about this horrible epidemic of strikeouts by the Athletics here. We've got to hope. Apparently, we're constantly going to bring in Mueller. It's Mueller time. Mueller, I don't know. Can we hear your stream? You'll be first in line. Meow, 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 meow. I do sit down when I piss, yes. Mid films, I do. Like, if I'm at home every single time, do I sit down? Right, well, that's how I satisfy the lady within. It's also why I wear tampons. No, they'll generate lyrics for you. I think you can. What's my reasoning for what? Sitting down? I'm lazy. It's also the case that being 6'5", when I do pee standing up, I tend to pee in the sink. You just have to put it on custom. Click the thing that says custom, and then that'll open up the Rachel and lyrics box. Well, mid films. I haven't had I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I still haven't begun menstruation. I'm assuming it's going to happen soon. So I wear what you might call anticipatory or preventative tampons. Now, granted, I've yet to figure out how it works or what to do with it. So I just kind of stick it in my underwear. But I'm assuming once the menstruation starts, it'll become clear to me. It's very much early 2000s. Yeah, I think this might be one of those times in films, in fact. So, you may be in for a very special episode of Talking with Famous People. Okay, well, I'm not an expert on that. I just, Ruse Moose pointed it out to me, said, you guys check this thing out. Today's the first day I ever even tried to use it, so. I'm not an expert on using that thing. You could try the other one of those sites. There's a different one. Maybe Google the question. What's the other song thing besides Suno? It's just a joke that films, obviously, doy. Part of a larger set of jokes emerging from the notion that I was placed in the wrong sex ed class in 5th grade and never figured out that. I never figured out that had happened in some sense. That's what the conceit is there, see? It's like, what's the idea upon which the joke is based? Hi, Trouble. Yes, I see you. I see you and I think you're a special kitty. Alright, well, I guess I'm not going to poop after all this time. I have to wait till next time. how's your Rachel? Your Rachel is my Rachel. That's how she is. Smule. What does smule mean? Nobody knows. Not even anybody.
He's got
Oh no!
Yeah.
That's terrible. God damn it. It's 4-2 Rockies now. How terrible. So, it looks like we're going to lose. Unless we can make another comeback in the bottom of the 12th inning, which seems unlikely, but it's possible. You say in the early 2000s you were in 6th grade? In 2000, Rachel was 15 and I was 29. Yeah. And this house was built, I think, in 2001. Was it 2000 or 2001, Rachel?
2000.
2000. Meow. Okay, I'll go watch you. No, I did not try this. One time during sex ed, the teacher brought a wood dildo. It was wild. That's interesting. Well, our sex ed classes were in 5th grade, if I recall, like your basic birds and bees stuff happened during 5th grade. Athletics. Yes, this is my wife. Louis Farrakhan. So, we will watch out the end of this because I believe in miracles. But the A's are now down by 2 runs in the middle of the, coming up upon the middle of the 12th inning. Two out, man on second for the Rockies. 14 years apart. 13 to 14, depending on the time of year. She's 39. I'm 53. Meow. Okay, I'll watch you. Go ahead. Eat. Your mom had 8 puppies? Wow. Which puppy number are you? Hey there, bucko, says Sofritos. Hi, Sofritos. I really am a bucko. Yeah, that's totally fair of you. I don't think anybody could deny that I'm a bucko. Oh yes, what a good man. What an important kitty friend. You have the astonishment of all the world. Why? Because you're such a wonderful kitty. Oh, yes. What a good camera angle. Look at you go. You're eating so well. We're all impressed. I'm perhaps more impressed than anyone. Yes, I am right here. Yes, I am. And right here, I'm petting you, and everybody knows it's true. Oh, yes. You're a good man. Kabir, why do you have to hang out here while Troll's eating? You just want to be like, haha, I'm here while you're eating. Oh, yes. What an important Mr. Kitty. You have the importance, significance, value, magnitude, and scope and scale of a very important kitty. You're so good at eating. Yes, you are. Okay, I accept the truth of it. You are now done. No, he's not done, I guess. Would you like me to move this chair between you and the water? That way you can just go from chair to water. You can go from chair to ground. Because his foot's still a little hurt, you know. Seems like. You see he's kind of favoring it as he jumps down. Would you like to go outside? Or is it too scary out there now? Because you got in that fight. No, he's a tough kitty, of course. He's going to do his tough kitty thing. Look at that tail swishing. Says, something's going on outside. I'm a tough, tough kitty. You better not ride. You know, he's ready to kick ass and take names. He's like, bring it, wild animals. Bring it, motherfuckers. I'm trouble. You don't scare me. Let's see if the Oakland A's have lost yet. The Athletics are up to bat. We do have two on, actually, now, first and third. So it is not inconceivable that A's could, there's nobody out. Zach Geloff is at the plate. He's hitting under 200. He's 0-1 now, first and third, bottom of the 12th. He takes the ball 1-1. It's Mears rhymes with smears again. Well, you can really see Troubles in a swishy tail mood when he went outside, huh? He was swinging that tail back wildly, back and forth wildly. Ball's in the dirt, still first and third, nobody advances. It's Shea Langoliers. It was the the ghost runner, and let's see who's at first. So, oh no, he didn't go around. 3-1 now the count. I'm not sure who advanced, who got the single that advanced Langoliers to third, because I wasn't here in time for that. But now the count is 3-1. And Geloff, oh no, Geloff! Geloff hits into a double play. Yes, Jay Langolier scores, but now there are two outs in the inning, and nobody on base. And he didn't even start running right away. It's like he paused a second. If he had ran full throttle, maybe he could have beaten it out. Geloff, go back to the minors. I am just saddened and disappointed. Now we've got Nevin at the plate. 0 for 4 today. We could really use anything here to extend the inning, even a walk. Mint films, obviously, when I live stream, what I do is talk. So if you don't want to hear me talk, then go somewhere else. Now, Mears with the pitch. It's wide of the plate, and Nevin has got the count in his favor, 2 balls, 1 strike. Mears is looking calmer than he was with people on first and third. He's feeling like he's got this. He fouls it off, and it's 2-2. I want to hear my meant-to-be wife speak. I mean, stop yapping. Is that how you want me to say it? Jesus prayed to Allah. You need Allah. Oh, yeah? Well, Allah prayed to the Holy Spirit. You need the Holy Spirit. And then the Holy Spirit prayed to Jesus. So it's a whole big circle. All right, now. The A's are still alive here. It's 4-3 game. Bottom of the 12th. The count is 3-2. And it's fouled away again by Nevin. Good at bat. Allah is a false god. Just like Zeus is a false god. Just like everything's a false god except for the real god. How do you like that? Hi, 966. I'm my own little song generator. That's ball 4. Way to walk, Mr. Nevin. I am proud of you. I am pleased with your performance. The Rockies manager has come out. He's going to remove Mr. Mears from his job as the pitcher in this inning. And he's going to bring in somebody else. I don't know how many pitchers the Rockies could have left, but maybe quite a few. Seems like both teams have been burning through a lot of pitchers. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Islam is dumb, bad, whatever you want to say. You can make the argument that lots of those kinds of things are bad and dumb. But regardless, what's always bad and dumb is any person trying to tell some other person about what religion to have or whatever. So N should never say anything about religion to another human being, and then he wouldn't be so horrible. Have you heard the good news? Hashtag lettuce 2024. Iceberg, romaine, whatever. All right, after the pitching change, with the man on first, down by a run, and 2 outs. Down to their last out here in the bottom of the 12th inning, unless they can extend the game with yet another rally here.
That would be great.
The A's are hoping to accomplish something. Bo says my star is rising, but I'm not sure he's correct. Hey guys, you need to pay rent. Quit streaming, landlord. We don't need to pay rent, actually. So, McCann is at the plate. He's hitting 304, but I don't think he has a whole lot of at-bats. He has count in his favor. 1 ball, no strikes. Now it's 2 balls, no strikes. And that's good. Here we go. Okay, well, Void Speaker 777. We don't have a landlord. Now, McCann, 3-0 is the count. He takes ball 4. First and second base for the A's here in the bottom of the 12th. Can they possibly do it again? Again, I need a timely hit. I don't think they're going to walk their way into a tie here. But with 2 outs, it's Schumann, who's 1 for 4 on the day. And he has the game in his human hands. He takes strike 1, unfortunately. Count 0-1, man, first and second. Schumann, last chance hope to extend the inning for the A's. Falls down, avoiding a ball, and ends up swinging through it for strike 2. 0-2 now. Schumann is 1 strike away from disappointing the Athletics fan base here by allowing the rally to fall just short of a second option extra innings. But Schumann hits the ball, but it goes directly to the right fielder, and he is out, and the game is over. Well, that's not any fun. Boo, failure, boo, as they say. So, at the end of the A's game, I will bid you all a very fond farewell for the evening. I hope you have a good night's sleep. I hope you feel rested and refreshed in the morning, ready to watch many more hours of my live stream. Until then, with the most fervent and urgent assertion of love, do I say goodbye.